Hi guys, so today I'm going to try out Spellbinders' new large die of the month and stamp and die of the month for December of 2021. They did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all pains are my own, and any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So these are the club kits for the month, so it would be a sign up if you were to purchase them. Of course, you can switch out the clubs as often as you like, sign up, cancel the one club, maybe add another, or whatever it is that you want to do. And if you're a club member, you get 10% off the site basically every day. So we have the large die, which is a layered stitch background, and I did an unboxing of these and I measured them then and all those kind of things, but we'll talk about them again. Of course, we're going to use them today. And then we have the clear stamp and the die. So you can do the clear stamp by itself. It's a photopolymer stamp set, but you can also do the add-on where it's the stamp and the die, so it's a different club than just the stamp by itself, and it's color outside the lines. So I think what I want to do is play with these kind of in a way that this gives texture, and then we'll do some artsy stuff with this, because if you can see on the stamps, we have like the little stamp, and then you would have the stamp that goes over it to do like some outlines. You can either stamp that first, then put, this guy on top of it, or actually that one, yeah, maybe it goes there, and then, or stamp this first and then do the outline over on top, however you want to play with it. I love that it has like this little kind of color spot, so you can use maybe like light colors so that you can still put a sentiment on that. So we're going to play with those in different ways. It has the words, the letters love, and then YHU, so you can do love you, hello, anything that has to do with any of those letters. The die set includes the die that would cut this guy out, but it also has the dies to cut out the letters. And just in case I don't use this today, I do want to show you, this is the one that would cut the O. So as you can see, the O has that little flower kind of sticking out there. And then if you want the very center also cut, you would do that. So it's a nice delicate little O with the middle cut out, okay? Just in case you were wondering what that one was for. When the other ones are the shape of the letters, of course, so you can just pop them on there. So we have those. And then these guys are kind of like a plate. You can, slimline them, I'm sure. I think when I measured it, they seemed very A2 size friendly. So let's take a quick measure. This outer die, you can use this as an inlay or not, or however you want to do it. This one cuts exactly 4 1/4. Yeah, so it goes 4 1/4, and I think it was 2 and something deep, so that made me think, yeah, 2 3/4. So if you double that, that's 5 1/2. So you can put 2 of these right on an A2 size card, or play with it however you like. Maybe mat it up on a 5x7, however it is, or make a card this size, right? A little bit larger, maybe all around, and it's like a little note card, and that can be the whole front. So we have the die that cuts that. We have the inlay. And what I was saying before, this is kind of like the kaleidoscope and the stitching dies that Spellbinders does so well in one set, because this has the little dots that you can then stitch. I have samples, so of course they're just like this, but you will receive yours on a carrier. It'll have information on how to use them if need be, excuse me. So with this one, you basically would start in the center with your stitching, obviously on a paper, and go up maybe to the top one, go back to the center, the next one, the next one, the next one. You just keep going. It's pretty straightforward, I think. Just looking at it there, usually with a couple threads or one thread, however it is that you want to do it. And that's really pretty. So that goes in there if you want to. So you have the background, you have this inlay, then you have this one that tops that, and this one that tops all those. So if you want to use them in all that way, or of course mix and match. So really pretty. So then we have this guy, again, now we're kaleidoscoping, where this guy goes on top of this. So you see that prettiness? Oh, that looks so pretty on camera. And then this one is even like a little thinner that goes on top of that one. So you have all those layers that you can play with. And then we have these little guys. These are 4 1/4 inch wide, and then they're just like maybe a 1/4 inch, I don't know. We're trying to grab one here. Yeah, they're almost 1/2 inch on the actual die itself, so it's going to cut a little bit smaller than that. So let me grab a card base and some papers, and I think I have an idea. I just want to do some texture background again, play with these on top, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have a standard A2 size card base here, again, 4 1/4, sorry, by 5 1/2, right? 4 1/4, 5 1/2. We can play with this in different ways. I'm going to orient it, I think, this way, because I'm going to make 2 plates that'll be on here, right? These 2 pieces. And we'll see how it looks in the middle. If I want to cover that junction up, I might use this, or just leave it. We'll see. So I'm going to keep it real monochromatic, because I want to play with color with the stamps. So I think for this one, I'm going to do white and black. And I am just going to do these plates. So I'm not going to use these today. I think, yes. So I'm going to do black with the thicker one. You can see the lines are thicker on this one, thinner on this one. So I'm just going to run these through my die cutting machine and get 2 from this, and hopefully 2 from this scrap of white paper that I have here. I think I will. And I'll be right back. Just want to show you when to pick this up. Look how clean that cuts out. So nice. All right, I'll keep working. These come out, you know, they have really nice size pieces that cut out. So again, if you wanted to do some paper piecing with those, I think it'd be pretty easy to do. Okay, so I have my little pile here. So let's bring this back and see where we're at. So I have that. I have this guy. Yeah, they are just covering up the whole front. Again, there's that junction. And then these guys would layer right on top. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And again, I just wanted that little bit kind of coming out from the back, and that's what we're getting here. Love it. You guys know, gold. Lovely. So what I was going to, I guess, what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut this, the thicker one, out of black paper. And then I'm going to grab another white scrap of paper. Grab them here. And I'll cut the white piece because we're going to need them. But in the meantime, well, I don't think you need them, but I like it. I'm just going to glue these guys together. So I'm going to layer this one on top of the other guy. And I'm just doing it like this, but if I wanted to, I can put glue on the back of my hand and then glue it down that way. Glue on the back of the hand and then pat the paper into it. The back of your paper. But I'm just going to go around and add a little something here and there. Really in the larger areas. And then I hear that. So these go corner to corner, like edge to edge, you know, because they're exactly the same size. So you can kind of let that help you place it. And once I've glued them together, I'll just glue them down to my card surface, okay? I'll be right back. I like the drop shadow on that. That looks really cool. Okay, so I just have these two guys, and I'll do the same thing. Just glue these together, and then I think I'm going to place them right across there. Okay, so I have that there. Look at that. That looks so cool. And I'm thinking maybe that strip you can also just run across here and it just gives more texture. I don't know, but that looks really awesome. But either way, I'm going to put that to the side for right now. So my idea, what I'm thinking is, I'm going to do some like background or like topper pieces. But I want to take this guy. And I don't know if I need a stamping press, but I'll bring one over anyway. Because I'm going to let this be really artsy. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to stamp like a little color in a very light color, and then go over that with maybe a little black ink, you know, obviously for that, and then stamp in the darker color of one of the flowers. So let me just show you what I mean. Again, these are photopolymer stamps, that's why it stuck to my paper and brought my paper back up with it, so I'll just do this. Generally, you want to get those ready to go, but let's say I would want a really light pink. Or let's start with like a light blue. Hopefully this is light enough. So let's say, I'm going to do a couple different ones, but let's say we have this one in this very light blue. Oh, and I kind of use my ink pad in a way that kind of scrapes. So it's just kind of odd like that. You can do that. You guys know I've shown you in the past, if you want to do like a scraping motion, you're going to have lines. If you do like a modeling motion, you're going to have modeled things. But you know what? I like that, so I'm going to leave it alone. Actually, I probably shouldn't ink that back up. I'm going to rinse that off. And then let's say I take like this little guy. Let's say I take this one. And I'm just going to do this by hand. And stamp it with some black ink. Just going to take like a black ink and just pop it in there. Just kind of artsy, willy-nilly, you know. Okay. I'm going to keep that out. And then I think maybe this is the one for that. Let's see. Is that one? I feel like it's this one. So this is what I was saying. I wanted just to be artsy because I don't think it really matters that much. You're just trying to put some color down in there, but I feel like maybe it's this one. Let me look through the different ones that we have here and I'll find the one that matches. Okay. So they're supposed to be just kind of fun. I think I'm going to go with this top one though. It looks like it goes in there. And again, you're just going to be kind of fun with it so that the color is like outside the lines or just however. So I'm going to be kind of a little bit off on that one. And I'm going to use this though, my stamp positioner. Hold that down. And I'm going to go with like this darker blue. Just a little bit darker. And that's what I'm going to do for, I guess I'll make like 3 of them. And that's what's coloring in my little flower. And again, I went with the same tone on tone, like the same colors. If you want to use like mix of colors, you just have to know you're stamping on a color, so it's not going to come out the same as what you're thinking, right? So, you know, maybe yellow and blue, you might have a little greenish tone or however. But that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that a few times. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, look how pretty. So all I'm going to do now is just cut them out. So I'm just going to take this guy, and it looks symmetrical, not quite. So I'll just find out, you know, I think it's this way. Just cut them out. So just, you know, tape that down and run them through, and I'll be back. Hey guys, so I have my little pieces and cut them all out, and I was just kind of layering them on. Hey, look how cute. I mean, that's such a pretty note card. Really simple, just with the die cutting, a little bit of stamping. But what I think I'm going to do is take this guy, and just because I was doing like the monochrome background, I think with the white, what I'm going to do is also just cut out several of these little guys in black, and I'm going to pop them behind there, so that we're just going to kind of do some fun layering like that, just so they kind of have some pop behind them. And so what I think I'm going to do for the sentiment is do, well, we can do all these. I don't know if this one fits in here. I think if you stamp that, I don't believe you can cut it out, but you can cut these guys out. I think we'll do the Be Bold. So what I'm going to do with that one is just stamp it on this white piece of paper. So again, with that monochrome, cut this guy out, and then I'll cut a background one for that, like a layering piece for that too. So just stamp it and then cut it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my little pieces. Again, I just popped that on there just so I can see what I was thinking about. So what I can do is like glue these shapes together. Another idea would be to cut these out, not just in black, but I wanted to keep that monochrome look, but colors like, you know, the purple with the purple or however. I think that'd be really cute. So I'm just gonna kind of offset things like this, just to be fun, have something a little different in the background of each one, and just kind of be playful with it, right? They don't have to be the same. Like if this one's this way, maybe the other one's the other way, maybe a little bit like this, you know, just whatever it is. And so I'm just gonna layer them up in a fun way, and then we'll pop them on here, you know? Okay, I will be right back. Okay, and so I'm just gonna glue this guy down. And, you know, we can put down, you know, maybe glue these flat, and maybe this one pops up. I feel like I want to pop them all up a little bit. So I'm just going to use some 3D glue gel so I can still kind of manipulate them into what I want. To have a moment to do that. So let's say I put that one there, this one here, and this one here. And I'll still have time to kind of mess around with those. So I hope you like this idea. Lots of fun ways to play with these items, layer them up, you know, really, really sweet. And so, yeah, I'll have the links there for you guys. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I'll have some images coming up, and I will see you all at the next one. All right, bye now.